There comes a time when you are just recording yourself or your friends having some fun just for the memories. However, some people end up recording something that is entirely out of the ordinary, and sometimes even spooky. Today, we are going to look at 10 scary videos that were captured by accident. Before we continue, you better switch on the lights because it will definitely get scary. Room service. You've probably heard of the Headless Horseman of Sleepy Hollow. This might have actually come true in South Africa. In some hotels, captured on a security camera, you can see that there's a headless waitstaff walking around. The waitstaff appears to be making a delivery of pizza to a certain room. Imagine opening your door and finding your pizza being delivered by a headless man. Just a walking suit and tie. Trippin. An unseen force is tripping up children in this home. This home security footage is pretty scary and is trending in the Vietnamese-speaking YouTube community. From the footage, you can see two young girls running around the living room playing together. On the edge of the footage, you can see their parents watching TV. Observe the child in white. You can see that her right foot seems to have been pulled back as she was running. Not only that, but she seems to have been thrown forward by an unseen force. Before this girl even trips, you can see that the girl in red appears to have noticed something at that exact spot. You can even see her pausing. It seems as though their imaginary friend came to life almost. Wall climbing in the cave. There is nothing as fun as visiting caves, but all that changes when it gets spooky in there. As this group of tourists was being guided through a cave system in the mountains of Austria, they got more than they bargained for. In this cave room, they spotted something that was kinda creepy. If you watch this video closely, you will see it. It looks as though it looks like a grotesque face. However, this might be a case of pareidolia. The creepiest thing of them all is the thing crawling up the wall later. Even though it seems like a ghost, I have never seen a spirit that climbs walls. Given the camera's distortion and the poor lighting of the cave, it looks like some animal. But what could this be? Possessed. If you look at this clip, do you think this person is possessed or not? Even though the TikToker who posted this does not really explain the context of this clip, it certainly appears as though this person is included. You can see that a dozen people are holding down this man, and he is still fighting their restraint. The people are even trying to straighten the possessed person's legs, but he still fights them off. But is demonic possession real? Or could this really be a case of epilepsy or something similar? Welcome home. This creepy video shows a little ghost girl walking through a door. The person who lives here has a tendency to document an entity that's been haunting his home. But over the years, several mysterious things have happened. The video shows the semi-transparent figure crossing the street, and it seems to enter the same doorway that the man later enters. You can clearly see that this ghost is a girl, because the figure looks like she's wearing her hair in a ponytail. But where is this ghost girl going? Could it be that this was once her home? Evil is everywhere. If you were taking a stroll through the forest, or anywhere in the wilderness, then I wouldn't recommend exploring an old abandoned house. You might end up finding evil there, just as this man did. When this man entered the house, he found something that was just not normal. You can see that he sees something that looks like a man, but it does not really look like a man. He only got a glimpse of the home's resident, but I guess he was too spooked to find out what or who that was. Even the face of this man seems too expressionless. He might be wearing a mask, or he might not even be a man at all. Bat signal. When you shed light on something, you are supposed to find the truth. However, this light is entirely different, casting doubts rather than the truth. There was a mysterious light that appeared over Saratoga on Florida's west coast, but there is no idea what that is. When you first look at the clip, it looks like some sort of bat signal. You can even wonder what kind of superhero that is. But when you dig up the story a little, you can find out that the local news reported that the light appeared in the sky after a SpaceX launch. This is something that is called a space jellyfish, which is an effect in the atmosphere that occurs when a rocket's exhaust produces a smoke plume at a certain altitude and at a certain time of day, But if you don't know what that is, you will be spooked out. Abandoned house. When you decide to face your fears, they don't really disappoint. Joe and Chris decided to explore this abandoned house, but it is very clear that they are not alone. The footage shows them moving around the home as they look into some of the rooms. However, as they move around the house, they keep hearing these noises from time to time. But even though they are searching for the noises, they can't really find the source. The creepy thing is that whatever is making that noise seems to be following them. But even as they look behind some closed doors, they find nothing there. It gets to the point where they even record unexplained footsteps. Are they really facing their fears, or are their fears getting the best of them? Who's there? It is one thing when you hear voices and find the source, but it is another thing when you can't find whatever is making a certain noise or even talking. When you hear these voices on your home security camera, there can be two explanations for this. Either your cameras have been hacked or someone is really in your home. You can hear something like someone talking in a foreign language from this footage. The Redditor who posted this video claims that whatever it was speaking in Bulgarian. When the first whisper is translated, it can be understood as, "You will die." The Redditor checked the footage after receiving a notification of movement from the cameras that he had installed at his uncle's house. However, it was on the house's second floor, which is a separate entrance from the main floor. But nobody lives there, which makes it even weirder. As some of the comments have suggested, the third reason behind these strange voices is a disembodied voice. But what do you think it is? Who goes there? On the subreddit Chill's Narrator, Crim021 submitted something that definitely left everyone guessing. And the Redditor wrote, "Check this out. So one of my employees found this emergency door wide open. So when I reviewed it, the following happened. Also, if you have a good eye, you can clearly see things happening before they happen. If you watch the video, you will see that the door just opens all on its own. However, shortly after the door is fully open, you can see that there is some sort of black thing walking along the path of the door." This video led to a lot of debate in the comments on what that was. Bottle Eyeless wrote, "I definitely saw what appeared to be a shadow open the door. Creepy." On the other hand, Chris R3240 wrote, "I have two particularly good eyes, and neither saw what happened before what happened." To the latter post, the uploader responded saying, "So there is a reason why I didn't mention it. I don't want to impose the viewer with what I see. So once I see someone here see what I see, I'll tell you. Till then, well, sit tight." Do you think the uploader meant about the shadowy figure, or is there something else? And what's opening the door? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.